Season 0 of MechaBREAK is almost here, and if you played the beta, the game you remember is about to change in some big ways. From movement tweaks and balance changes to a complete overhaul of Mashmak. Here's everything you need to know going into the launch. First up, all strikers are getting a baseline mobility buff. That means faster base ground speed and better air manoeuvrability. Boost speeds haven't changed, but some strikers now evade faster or spend less energy doing it. This should make fights more snappier and overall more responsive. The biggest overhaul comes to Mashmak. Weapon leveling and research is entirely gone. Instead, now you find weapons during a mission, extract them, and then bring them back for future runs. But if you die in match, it's lost, permanently. There's now a 3-tier difficulty system that's based on the gear you bring. The more powerful your loadout, the higher your bracket, and matchmaking will keep you within it. So new players won't be steamrolled by veterans with tricked out builds. Another change to Mashmak is the brutal new addition of executions. In Mashmak, if you're finished off, you can't respawn. This raises the stakes big time and encourages team coordination to keep each other alive. Now let's talk about balance changes, and there's quite a lot. So Aquila gains 3k HP and buffs to all defense types, but it does lose 4k fluid armor. Aleseness has also received the buff, where its weapon has been updated, so after armor purge, the energy autocannon can now be charged whilst attacking with the induced sword. Falcon now has up-down loot variants, and improved tracking on Orcs 3. Hurricane gets 6k more HP. Inferno also gets 3k more HP, but it does lose 10k fluid armor. However, it has been buffed in some way as its Orcs 3 has a shorter cooldown. Lumine takes a hit to air regen and has a longer cooldown on its Orcs 2, but it has received some buffs. Its Orcs 2 can be activated to get out of staggers and immobilization, and the same applies to Tricera and Stego. Sky Raider, which is arguably one of the fan favourites, now has an additional 2000 energy capacity, better regeneration, and loot variants, but its Orcs 1 cooldown nearly doubles. Welkin also got a minor HP and armor bump, but it has received a slight nerf. Its Orcs 1 cooldown is now 20 seconds. This is up from the 15 seconds in the beta test. Welkin has also received the weapon update. You now have optimised visual effects for Orcs 3. Orcs 3 also now blocks all frontal attacks and enemy movement. A big nerf comes to Stego, who loses 12,000 HP, but it does gain more fluid regen and energy capacity. Panaka's primary weapon now becomes a healing tether, which sounds like a big support role shift. Other strikers have received some tweaks and adjustments, and I've gone over these in more detail in my previous video. Strikers will now interact with environments in unique ways. Environmental affinities give buffs or debuffs dependent on the map. For example, Falcon and Sky Raider come slower, weaker, and it can't transform at all in water. But if it's on the lunar map, it goes in the complete opposite direction. In the Ace Arena, the 3v3 mode, things get a bit more tactical. After dying, you can now swap strikers, and modular weapons are also enabled, which lets you customise your loadout even more. So expect tighter matches and more counterplay. If you want to try something new, Inferno, Serenith and Stellaris will be available for 15,000 merit points in the merit shop. Getting all three is definitely going to be a huge grind, but these three mechas are incredibly strong. Season 0 is shaping up to be a massive step forward for MechaBREAK. Whether you're a returning beta player or just new to the chaos, get ready for faster movement, higher stakes, and way more room for outplays. A more in-depth video on all of the new changes coming to MechaBREAK can be found in the video here. If you found this helpful, drop a like, hit subscribe, and let me know what you're most excited for, or most worried about.